Here we are down at the West Beach Paddle course on holes 1, 2 and 3. Hole 1 here with a nice straight drive. If you go right, you are in the chipping area. If you go left, you are in the driving range nets. Thankfully, this went straight into the middle of the fairway, got me onto the green in 2 shots and then putting it in for par. Here is hole 2. Great contact on the first par 3 of the course, except I went a little bit right and ended up in the bunker. Nice little visit to the beach and ended up getting it up onto the green to then putt it long, creep it across the hole, but then give it a nice little short putt to get it in for bogey. Here is hole 3. You do not want to go right here. You're going to end up in a world of pain in the water and the bushes. Thankfully, it went nice and straight and landed in the middle of the fairway, which gave me a nice second shot, which ended up going a little bit long with a nice downhill putt, looking for good pace here, and then a nice little putt in for par. Holes 4, 5 and 6 down at West Beach Paddle course. On the 4th hole, you do not want to go right. You're going to end up in a water hazard and an out of bounds sand dune. Absolute monstrosity of a show you do not want to be a part of. Thankfully got it in onto the green within 3 shots here. 2 would have been ideal. Went a bit long on that 3rd shot, but then chipped it around and got the putts in for a bogey. Here we are on the 2nd par 3 of the course, hole 5. Going a little bit short and a little bit left, and then I went for a putt instead of a chip, which then bit me twice by going offline and then giving it too much pace, sinking it in for a bogey. Here is hole 6. Went a little bit long and right here, which got me onto the 7th fairway. Chipped it back over the trees and chipped around the greens, having a nice little visit of all areas of this beautiful hole here, and then sunk it in for a double bogey. Hole 7, 8 and 9 down at the West Beach Paddle course here with a shocking drive off the 7th, leaving me on this little mound here to then smash it long over into the 8th fairway, smashing it back over the trees, butchering a few chip shots, getting myself onto the green, and then eventually sinking it down for a bogey. Hole 8, nice, straight, beautiful drive here. Put me to the left of a bunker with a nice little approach shot in. Went a little bit long here with the 2nd shot, but managed to putt myself back onto the green with nice pace here and sinking it down for a par. Hole 9 now, hitting an absolute slice fest monster, which landed on the 18th fairway to then smash it over this mound here and thankfully landed on the green, not going long into the bunkers. It left me with a gigantic putt, nice pace, and around for a bogey. Holes 10, 11 and 12 of the West Beach Paddle course. Go left of here, you are in a creek, you are in trees, you are in a paddock. Thankfully it went straight and long, which then left me with a nice little birdie here from a nice little chip. Hole 11 here, go left, you're in a creek and you are potentially in the next door driving range. 2nd shot going into this one, went nicely over these trees. Landed me a touch short, but had a nice little chip onto the green here and then disappointed myself with a short putt, but take the bogey. Here is hole 12, another par 3 of the course. Beautiful contact and beautiful distance. Oh, and psych, it bounced off of the green, so then I had to bounce it back on and then putt it in for a par. Holes 13, 14 and 15 of the West Beach Paddle course. Go left, you're in the driving range. Go right, you're on the 14th fairway. This one went straight for once in my life. Hit the hybrid nicely, got wicked distance on this one. I was so happy with myself and sinking it down for birdie. Hole 14, an absolute terror of a hole for me. This one wasn't too bad off the tee, but then the 2nd shot with a hybrid to get the length and distance went straight into the bushes over here with a nice little slice, so then I had to chip it out like Tarzan and then put it onto the green, chip it around like putt for a double bogey. Then on hole 15 I thought I'd just slice it again a little bit, but thankfully this one went short and avoided the water hazard, and then the 2nd shot was nice, which put me on the green for a fairly substantial putt, but then managed to sink this one down for a nice par. Here are the final 3 holes of the West Beach Paddle course. This is hole 16, the last par 3 of the course. Falling a little bit short here, but overall happy with it, sinking it down for par. Then hole 17 is a bit of a longer one. I do have some trouble with this. If you do go right, you're in water and a whole bunch of trees, so thankfully this one went straight. The second shot fell a little bit short, but thankfully didn't go left or right, which left me with a nice approach shot over, avoiding another trip to the beach, which was nice. So putted it down within a few shots here to save par on this one as well. Hole 18, gave myself a nice chance here with a good drive off the tee box and landed short of a few bunkers, again avoiding a beach trip. Then this one fell short a little bit of the green, just putted it on there with nice pace and a pretty good read of the green and sinking it down for a par to finish the day off.